Hey, what's up? My name is Joe Hughes, and welcome to this marketing training on how to leverage social media to grow your roofing company. I'm going to be short. I know that everyone's busy, juggling a lot of things, running businesses, and I really want to get to the point here. So the goal of this is to really clarify what's working right now in social media to build a brand and to build a customer generating machine on digital. Chances are that you've tried a bunch of different things. Maybe some things have worked, maybe some things haven't. I know there's a ton of information out there. There's so much information. It's hard to make sense of it all and know what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing and what to avoid and what to double down on and all that. So if you're here, it's because you are doing well and you really want to get to that next level, or you're doing okay and you're frustrated with some things going on with your marketing and you really want to figure that out so you can dial that in so you can still get to that next level. So if you are frustrated, then chances are that these are some of the reasons. We speak with roofing company owners and managers pretty much every single day. We work with companies in about 30 states right now, so I have these conversations all the time. And really the common thread is that companies are trying all these different marketing activities. You know, you might have a website, some landing pages, and some Facebook ads. Might have SEO and some other things, Instagram, or even offline, radio, TV, and billboards. And that's really common. So as we grow our businesses, we try all these different things, and they just kind of get baked into the way that we do our marketing. But a lot of times, there's different vendors involved, and they're not talking with one another. They're not working together with a single focused direction. And there's no real strategy in place to really drive all those activities forward. So a lot of times what we see is that you get mediocre results. But the thing is that we all know companies out there, roofing companies, other companies in our local markets, they're doing really well or seem to be doing really well with digital. Companies that have it kind of figured out, right? So these things do work. It's a matter of figuring it out, having a strategy, and putting the right team in place to make sure that that's being managed on a regular basis. And what we really want to get to is get to that predictable, scalable way of being able to be in control of getting our own customers. You know, as a service-based business, whether a roofing company or ourselves as a marketing company, that's the ultimate position that we want to be in, is to be able to have a predictable, scalable machine for generating new business day in and day out. So really with this training, I want to be able to help you get off the hamster wheel, okay? We all do, and I do the same thing, a lot of marketing activities, a lot of random activities in business in general, and sometimes we feel like we're just kind of running on this hamster wheel and not really getting any further forward. So I want to give you some clarity around that and lay out a path forward. Again, what's working now, what's going to continue to work throughout 2019 and beyond on social to really build a solid brand, to get your market to know you, to be one of the leading companies in your market. So if that sounds like the mindset that you're in right now, then you're in the right place, and we're going to walk through again how to get more clarity on that and the strategy that we're using right now for our clients that you can implement into your business pretty much immediately. So I'm going to make the assumption that what you're not after is, you're not after more landing pages or better rankings or more Facebook leads or funnels or any of this. All those things are kind of pieces to what you really want is this representation in this cheesy stock photo we have here, the family in front of a nice home. So all these different things are tools to get what you want, and here at Contractor Dynamics, we're not in the business of selling individual services. We want to make sure that we're really digging deep into our clients' businesses and starting with the end in mind, and then figuring out what pieces we need to put in place to get there. And that's exactly what I'm going to do on this training. We want that particular end result. We don't just want these random services here and there that just cause more stress and frustration and confusion. We want a clear path, clear strategy to get us where we want to go. So on social, talking about Facebook and Instagram these days, Facebook is such a hot topic, and rightfully so. That's where a lot of people are spending their time and attention these days, of course. It's a great platform. It's underpriced. You can reach people with targeting. It's scalable to a certain extent depending on the market that you're in. And as Facebook advertising has gotten more popular over the past couple of years, what we have seen is a lot of companies that have been doing things like this. Now, these types of ads are roofing companies that we just found, from Google searches. And these types of ads worked pretty well when Facebook started getting popular and when there weren't that many advertisers, not many companies actually on Facebook. So kind of like the early days, like version 1.0 of Facebook advertising. So notice what's common in these two ads is that they're very simple. They are promoting a free inspection, free estimate, just a very like short ad, not really providing a ton of value, but letting people know that they can schedule a free estimate or inspection. Now, this doesn't work very well, and we used to do this. This used to work, and I'm telling you that, here recording this at the end of 2018, going into 2019, this doesn't work nearly as well as it used to. And the key reasons for that is you have to think about Facebook in particular. When people are on Facebook, when people go on Facebook, they're not going on there to look for any type of contractor or looking to buy a roof, right? So they don't have that demand. They're not searching for a roofing contractor, roofing company, roof replacement, whatever that may be. Okay, so they're not looking for a roofing contractor. And just the law of large numbers, no matter how big of a brand you have in your local market, most people have not heard of your company. And then you're putting out an ad. It's basically a bottom of the funnel, like a call us now or schedule a consult or schedule an estimate now. And people are not looking for what you have to offer, and they haven't heard of you. So you can see when I kind of lay that out, why there's that big disconnect, why ads like this don't work. So what we need to do is we need to create a little more brand awareness before we go in for the kill and ask for that free estimate. So these things, you can throw ads like this up today and you'll probably get some leads in next week, next month, and you might get lucky. You might even get a few customers from this. But at the end of the day, they're still going to be cold leads because they don't have any familiarity with your brand or what you do or why you're different. And those leads are going to be, in a lot of cases, no better than, say, Home Advisor or leads that you buy from different resources. So just got to be aware of that. These things can work, but not nearly as well as they used to work. So one of the things that we need to think about is who needs a roof right now, okay? Whether you're doing retail or you're doing storm, restoration, insurance work, or a combination of the two, you got to think about the buying psychology of homeowners who are looking for a new roof. And this is probably the biggest challenge that we see with roofing companies trying to do their marketing today. And again, see this all the time. So this is a very common graphic. If you Google like market segmentation or buying behavior, something like that, you'll see an image like this pop up in, say, Google Images. Now, what we have here, this is very relevant for any sort of roofing or home improvement, exterior renovations, whatever you want to call it. Only about 3% of the people in your market are ready to buy right now, are ready to contact you right now for an estimate, for an inspection, to give you money right now for their roof, okay? The thing is that most companies, when they do their marketing and advertising, they're targeting this very tiny segment, the scraps of the market. People are looking to give you money today. So there's a ton of competition right here for only 3% of the market because everyone is naturally looking for sales today, of course. But if you look at this segment within the red box, there is a huge percentage of people that might not be ready to buy today or might not even be aware that they're ready to buy, but they will be buyers within, say, the next 60 to 90, 120 days, 6 months, even 12 months. And the thing about this segment in the red box here is that it's largely untouched. Most companies are not doing anything to get their brand out in front of there, to build a bond with this segment of the market. Yes, it does take a little bit more of a strategy and planning and a more strategic approach. And it does take some patience, right? Because these people aren't going to give you money today. But the companies that really embrace this, the roofing companies that embrace this and really build out a good content marketing strategy to be in front of their market on a consistent basis. So when those people are ready to buy in the next 60 to 90 days, then they're contacting you. And the result is higher quality prospects and better customers because the people that are contacting you have already been exposed to your brand, they've already seen some of your content, they know who your company is, and they're much less likely to be price shoppers just looking for that lowest price when they have 20 different roofing companies contacting them up here. So this is a huge opportunity. Just really just want to kind of shift your mindset about this. Yes, you can still do some advertising here, people ready to buy today, but focus most of your efforts here. It's going to be much more profitable, much more lucrative in the long run. So that's kind of what we call the new way of marketing. I'm going to get into the mechanics of that a little bit here. So in order to focus on that red segment of the market, which I highlighted there, we want to be able to build a relationship to get our market to know us, because we don't just want customers, right? I don't just want customers. You don't want just customers. You want good customers. You want good jobs. You want people that appreciate you, that are going to pay you for what you're worth, and they're going to be profitable jobs. They're going to help you move your business forward, and they're also going to help the customer get the best possible result. You know, when people are price shopping and you cut your prices to give them a good deal, you know that you're not going to be able to give them the highest level of maybe products or services or customer service. So it really benefits everyone to be able to build a marketing strategy like this so you can get better customers in the door. So we're talking about brand building content, and I'm not talking about building a brand like throwing a bunch of things at a wall and hoping that money magically comes back to you. That's not a really good business strategy. What I mean by creating a brand is by getting your market to know who you are, so that when they do need roofing services, that they know to contact you, and they're going to seek you out specifically and not just any roofing company. So what we want to do is we want to be a helpful resource to your market by actually demonstrating that you can help them. By providing valuable information, maybe some entertaining information, anything that can help them with their awareness and their buying decisions. You want to build a bond with your market, tell stories, and get people to know, like, and trust you. Again, I'm going to go through examples of this in a minute. And then you want to build an audience over time. So whether you're talking about Google or Facebook or Instagram, you really want to be able to build an audience over time so that when you do put out some of your offers, that you can put them out to a warm audience of people that already know your company, instead of putting your offers out there to a cold audience like those examples we saw before, the Facebook ads. You can put offers out to a warm audience and get a much better result that way. So there's four, when we talk about building a bond, and I'm talking specifically about Facebook and Instagram content right now because those platforms are gigantic and they're working really well right now. They might not work this well forever, but now is a fantastic opportunity to take a step up and do something like this, because not many roofing companies are actually going to do this, okay? A lot of people want to, but not many people actually commit to it, especially consistently. So there's four types of ad campaigns that we want to be running, or four types of content that you want to start thinking about as you start marketing your business in a new way. So we can use, I have videos here as examples, just placeholders, but we can use videos, we can use long form text, we can use a combination of the two. Of course, it's always great to test video against like text and see which one performs better, because the market is the ultimate judge. The market's going to tell you what they like, what they're going to respond to. So the first type of content would be like teaching someone how to do something, teaching them how to do, maybe look at their roof to see if there's damaged tiles or shingles, or to maybe how to repair their roof, or how to repair their gutters, or just how to assess certain things. And what you want to do is you want to teach people something. Most people aren't going to do it anyway, so you're not giving away your trade secrets, but you want to demonstrate your expertise by really helping people in your market. Okay, the second type of content is going to be meet the company type content, meet the owner, about us, about our roofing company. The key here is that you can't just make it all about you. It's got to be in the framework of how does this benefit your market? How does this benefit your customer? So if you've been in business 30 years, why is that a benefit to your customer? If you have the best products and warranties, how is that a benefit to your customer? So you can film good about us videos, but you need to frame it in terms of what's in it for the customer. Everyone wants to know what's in it for me. The next thing is to tell a story. You can tell a story of one of your projects. Maybe it's a video, drone video, before and after, or maybe you build a roof in a day and you have a time-lapse video of that entire project. Maybe it's one of your clients telling a story, a client testimonial, talking about their experience working with your company. So again, you want to frame this in terms of what's valuable for your market, for your prospects, for your clients. And then over here we have offers. So offers to contact you for a free estimate, offers for a seasonal special. Maybe you're doing an upgrade package, maybe you're doing some sort of discount, whatever that offer may be. But the key distinction here is that when you're putting out these offers, you are putting out offers to people that have already engaged with this type of content. So they already have liked your page, commented, watched 10 seconds of your video, been to your landing page, been to your website, and then we can retarget them with these offers. And that results in two things. The first thing is that you get much lower cost per lead. So you're going to be able to reach many more people for lower cost because you're going out to a warm audience and your quality is higher. And you're going to get higher quality inquiries and prospects because people have already seen your content for the last few weeks or a few months, and then you're putting out offers. So don't just jump straight to this bottom right quadrant here of the offers. You need to be laying the foundation, laying the groundwork in order to earn the right to put out offers to your market. And that's really the only way that you're going to succeed with this moving forward. A few key points to remember about that. On these videos and in your text ads, and by the way, organic is good, but organic reach on Facebook and Instagram, especially with Facebook, is super, super low. So that means if you have, say, 1,000 followers on your Facebook page and you post something organically, depending on the type of content, the time of day and all that, only about 5% of people, 10% of people max are going to actually see that content. So we need to be backing our content with advertising dollars. And especially with video, you don't really need a ton of budget to do this, but you do need to be you need to be doing social media advertising campaigns so you get that reach, so you're able to reach people in your market. So when you do that, you don't want to have hard calls to action. You want to have soft calls to action. Here's a landing page if you want more info. Feel free to call us. Check out this link if you want to schedule a call. Think about providing avenues for people to contact you and not hard sales pitches. People don't want to be sold, but if they do have that problem or that challenge and they do think that you can possibly help them, then you want to provide them with avenues to help them. And again, if you're ever in doubt, think about your audience. It's all in terms of your audience, what's going to benefit them. If every time you hit publish on a piece of content, this is what we do, this is what I do when we publish content. Every time you hit publish, ask yourself this question. Does this improve the internet? Does this add value to the people that are going to be watching this video or looking at this post? And if you can't answer that in the affirmative, then you might want to think twice about hitting publish on that. Everything you put out has got to be making the internet better, making your market better off, and providing value. So let's go over why this works. So this is the new way compared to that old way of just splashing out a bunch of ads. We're being helpful and we're demonstrating value. We're demonstrating our expertise by actually providing helpful and valuable content to people. We're not over the top with our content. Again, we're providing valuable information with avenues for people to contact us. We're not going in for the kill, going in for that hard sell over and over again. Video is super engaging. Video is up to 8 times more engaging than text, and that's only going to be increasing as we get into 2019 and beyond. And the biggest reason why this works is that we're creating an environment where we're farming and not hunting. So let me get into that with a visual right here. I like to use the analogy of real estate agents, realtors. So they figured something out decades ago that most roofing companies, most service-based companies still have not figured out. And that's that they figured out how to be farmers in their market and not hunters. Now, real estate agents don't wake up on any particular Wednesday and go look for someone who's ready to buy or sell a house today. If they did, they'd never make any money, they'd never make it anywhere, they wouldn't be able to feed their families, they'd be out of business very quickly. The chances of them going out today and finding someone who's ready to buy or sell a house are very, very slim. So what they realize is they've got to be farming their market over the course of the year. Networking events, doing things on social media, partnering up with different types of other companies, advertising, branding, marketing, all those different things to build relationships, get their name out there in the market, to build relationships with people so that when they are ready to buy or sell a home, they know who to call. So you need to be thinking about your marketing in exactly the same way. A lot of you, I'm not the greatest salesman, a lot of you are great at sales and your organizations are awesome at sales. You have great sales teams, and sales is a really strong asset for your business. It might be the reason that you're in business and thriving today, and that's awesome. You need to be able to flex that marketing muscle as well. You can't always be hunting. You got to, the companies that are winning, that are really dominating the market, they really understand and they're investing in becoming farmers in their market. So it's a really big point that I want you to remember from this training. So from here, you have two options. There's the old way of doing things, continuing to be frustrated, jumping from vendor to vendor, hoping for some incrementally better results, and just trying to figure it out, everything, or really committing to building out a strategy and executing a strategy to really engage with the way that the market, that the world is marketing these days, and the way that the world is consuming information and content these days. So as you start to build out, the next level of your business, and if that involves marketing, think about this new way and think about what the pieces that you need to put in place to make that happen. I have a responsibility to give you some of these disclaimers, whether you're working with us or any sort of marketing company or doing it yourself. This stuff takes work. I mean, I laid it out in a few slides here in a 20-minute presentation. This stuff takes work. You need to be able to produce content. You need to have a strategy. You need to be able to distribute that content on different platforms that are going to be contextual to your market. It takes a lot of work. It takes resources to get this done. It doesn't happen overnight. So if you're looking, for leads tomorrow, then you're better off just going to buy some leads or knock some doors or whatever it is that, that works for you in your business. But this is something that if you have some patience, if you have a strategy in place, it's going to produce a lot of fruit in the next several months and several years. And also, I'm talking about a very specific system here, which is social media, brand building content, and social media advertising, which does work, but it works best as part of an overall holistic marketing system where you have maybe follow-ups and you have database marketing and maybe some things offline, and you're really building that brand to get people to know you in your market. So it works really, it really works best as part of a system. So don't just think that you can just, put out some ads today, in kind of a silo, in a vacuum, and expect that to work. Chances are it's honestly probably not going to work that well. So here's my offer to you. I'm going to provide you with an avenue to contact us. If you'd like to have a conversation about this, just like some tips for your specific business, schedule a call with one of us, with me or someone else here at Contractor Dynamics. Happy to have a 15, 20-minute conversation. We can dig into your business and your goals, analyze some of your marketing, identify some opportunities for you to improve what you're doing or to put in place some of these things that I'm talking about. And I'll give you my top recommendations for what you need to do. Honestly, we don't work with a ton of clients. We love to give out, recommendations that you can take out and use in your business, or even with the current marketing company that you're working with. You can go to them and say, hey, had a conversation with these guys. They seemed like they knew what they're talking about a little bit. Why don't we try some of this stuff? I'd love to help you out there. So if you are a roofing company or owner, manager, and you're committed to building a strong brand, a sustainable company, for the next several years, if you understand that there's no magic bullet to all this stuff, that it takes work, it takes strategy, it takes adjusting strategy along the way. And if you're into, if you believe in investing in your business as a guaranteed way for you to grow, you need to be constantly reinvesting, whether it's in your employees, your software, your infrastructure, your office, your trucks, whatever that is, in your marketing as well, then contact us if you want help with this. If not, if you're just looking for a quick fix, if you're looking to get leads in the door to make payroll next week, then there's not really much I can offer you other than what you're currently doing. But if you really if you really get this and you really want to take your business to the next level, then happy to talk. So if you want, scroll down, click the button below, schedule a strategy session. We love to do video calls. I mean, we live in a face-to-face world, and I know the construction industry, roofing industry is really face-to-face. So unless you're here at the Jersey Shore where we are, then let's do a Zoom video call so we can analyze your business and your goals, and from there pick out the opportunities that are available for you in your particular market, with your particular business, with what you have as far as resources. And again, I'll give you my best recommendations, whether that means potentially inviting you for another call to work with us or to talk further, or just take recommendations and go use them on your own. So that's all I got for today. Scroll down, click below, schedule a strategy session if you want. I won't waste your time. Please don't waste mine, that sort of thing. And if this is, if you don't want that, if you're cool, maybe you got some value out of this presentation, you don't need a call, then that's great too. No pressure. Go check out some of our content on Facebook, on Instagram. We're always posting our best tips and recommendations daily on those channels. So go check those out. If you want to schedule a call, look forward to talking with you soon.